Hello, welcome to the second episode of the Vasas Football Manager Save. I do apologise for the lack of uploads over the last, 4 days, 5 days since the first episode dropped. Uh, Obviously, Youth Squad Legends has to take priority. But it's been, look, I'm not going to lie, it's been difficult to even get into this save or want to get into this save because the first season we're literally seeing no kind of transfer activity. Like, even for a new save, this is dead. Like, really dead transfer activity. And the only way I can get into this save is by going about 2 or 3 years into the future when we get the regens in. That I can start building for the future. Right now, I've just basically been given this team, apart from basically like Cornell Six, the 19-year-old defender who's like brilliant. He's brilliant, to be fair. But I've been given this save. I can't really loan players out because they get taken away from me after about 3 games because we're not playing him in the right position, even though we are. It's the roles thing. It's the roles more than the positions that piss the teams off. And you want to build up, like you want to have your own team to fight in your corner, if you know what I mean. Like we're not unsackable in this series. We've not done anything with Vasas to credit us staying in the job forever. We have to fight for our job, and we're having to fight with other people's players, basically. Some comments saying about the badge. The badge was made on Photoshop, and then you put it on Football Manager through the graphics folders and config files. You probably should check it. Check a video on YouTube. There's tons of them available for you if you are interested in doing that. But I think it's clean. It's third against fourth at the moment. Transfers wise, you can see our problem. We've loaned in the same players twice already. Mark Korvash, whatever, that guy. And then we've also loaned in Donat Barani. But they already gone. I have had to recall Robert Feshzin, whatever his name is, just to make sure that we have more striking ability. But it's just a club at the moment. I have no real feeling attachment to it, which is very difficult when you're coming from Rupel Boom. So let's, from now on, until we get like a good group of players that I've signed up, let's quickly blast through these games. It is Sven. Oh my God, Svent Lorink against Vasas. Sorry, these team names are going to get absolutely murdered. But third against fourth, I thought was a nice spot for us to return and enjoy a game. 8th of November, 2020. We what we should have really shown schedule-wise is that we had an absolute shocker at the start. We couldn't get a win to save our lives. Over these first 5 games, we dominated, I think, 4 out of the 5. Not only getting like 4 points out of possible 15. Then we got our first win, which was awesome, followed by a loss. But since then, we have been absolutely extraordinary, haven't we? Look at that. So hopefully it's more of the September-October form that we see. I mean, at one point we're about 16th, but that quickly climbed up, and now we see ourselves in 4th. This is going to be a real big test. But match stats are looking very good for Vasas early on, so we'll have to see. I think, without doing too much like research, I definitely jumped the gun a little bit on trying to sell players and disrupt the whole team's cohesion. Probably should have got a feeling for how available certain players were, how useful the free agents were. See, it didn't get into my mind until later on that we are in the second tier of Hungary. Like, you get good England free agents in like the lower tiers, but you would never expect one to be in the championship, for instance. And once I was starting to think about it like that, I was like, well, why on earth was I expecting anything else? I've been absolutely foolish here. We're losing 1-0. So hopefully second season, if they allow me to keep the job after this season, like they want me to get promoted, finish second or above. We'll see about that. If we manage to get into the second season, I will be a lot wiser. We got a bit harshly done. Oh, go on. Yes. Oh, he's back. There you go. So he's the target man. Feshin. Some of these names, man. I want to bring back the glory days of Hungarian football. That's what I want. And then maybe, if this is a success, maybe the next save's in England. People were talking about the Bury Phoenix Club. Go on. Bury Phoenix Club, should I say. That wouldn't actually be a bad save if it was obviously coded into the game properly. Patkal. Lovely. Dropped onto an absolute plate. Should have had it 2-1 there. Hampered by injury. We got an injury. Merker star rating on Merker's 2.5 stars, so we'll go and say yes to that. Yeah, I hope you are excited for the save. I'm excited for the save, but my excitement cannot come through in this particular match, because these are just nobody players. But I guess some of them are actually playing well in this league, so I mean they could potentially save my job at the end of the day. I don't know. Let's try and hope that these players are gonna put together another chance. That's disallowed. That's definitely offside. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. But we are definitely knocking on the door for a second goal. Going to encourage. Seems like the wise thing to do. They've only had one shot on target. Let's go, boys. So whatever was happening before I arrived was actually like... I personally think it was actually really good. In Football Manager terms. Don't know if in real life that they were a formidable side for where they were, but it seems like I've just come in here, tried to disrupt them, essentially, had a rocky start, but after I changed my ways, we've just nailed it. I know the tactics are wicked, and there's obviously a little bit of getting used to the tactics as well. We're up in second. But even so, I think we've nailed this without really doing much. Tell me, if you are Hungarian and you know a little bit about Vasas through this last season, tell me a bit about them. If they've been one of the better sides in the second tier. Trying to make sure that I don't ruin this with a bad sub. Just also trying to remember some of the names out here. Because I've only had one session with them, you see. I think what I'm going to do, safest bet here, with 9 minutes to go and only one of the players significantly tired, just let them play. If this goes in, we would have swapped Rado there and then. 3 times the amount of shots. Oh, Merker. Someone hit it. Yeah, nice one. Right, okay. So we'll go on to the tactics and the subs. Rado will be coming off. I don't know. For the midfielder, I guess. And then we'll also have him off as well, just to keep the freshness up. Yeah, it just feels like I've come in, the team is already basically there to win or get close to the league title. Just need some fair enough guidance and a good enough tactic. The good enough tactic's there. The guidance was absolutely atrocious at the start of the season, but I've changed my ways. As much as I don't like this, I've changed my ways. Roll on 2023 or whenever. When there's like a full team of regens, roll on that. But these guys will have to do for now. Blatty. Oh. I think maybe this is a league that is like dominated through free agents at the end of the season. I will have to keep an eye on it. Basically, I have to be very, very smart because I got too stuck in my old ways at Rupelboom. And I've removed all the managerial credentials that I once had, the coaching, the skills that I had as a coach. They're all gone. We're back down to like absolute zero. Saying that, big shout out to Vasas for actually giving me training immediately. We're starting on a coaching course ASAP. So that'll be National C, I think. Better than nothing. Gotta start from somewhere. And that is it. That is your second episode. Let's just quickly get through it. Without rushing, so we'll do a couple more episodes this season, shall we? We've just done November. We'll go March, around about where the youth intake is. That should spring some interest. And then right at the end of the season, away against Aika. Or if the league is at stake earlier, then we'll watch whatever game it is. All right, nice one. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Vasas, and I hope the interest will peak very soon. But we've just got to hang on until we've got a chance to sign up some regens with high potential and then crush the Hungarian system. See you later.